back to Double Girl Cafe. Cheers! Hey loves, so welcome back to Double Girl Cafe. Today we're going to be making a peach pound cake. So let me start off by reintroducing myself. My name is Octavia, but I go by Bam. And I love to cook. So if you're new here on the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and give your girl a thumbs up and share this video. So as you guys know, the ones who've been here for a while, I took a break from YouTube because life was happening. And I needed to step back and get myself together. But with all that being said, baby, we are back in effect. And we're about to slay here in the kitchen again. So today we're going to be making a peach pound cake. And y'all know I love a good pound cake. There is nothing better to me than a pound cake, honey. What I can do, what I'm going to do is make and eat a pound cake. Because you know I'm a southern girl. Like I'm from Mobile, Alabama. And one thing we going to do down there is we're going to eat a good pound cake, okay? So today we're going to be making a peach pound cake. Before we get started, I'm going to tell you the ingredients that we're going to be using to recreate this peach pound cake, this peach of a masterpiece, this peach I love you pound cake, okay? So we're going to be starting out with some all-purpose flour. You're going to need some sour cream. You're going to need some frozen or fresh peaches. If you're going to be using frozen peaches, make sure that they are thawed out. And you make sure that they are drained. You're also need some salt. You're gonna need some baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder. You're gonna need some vanilla extract. You're gonna need some butter. You're gonna need some eggs. You're gonna need 6 eggs, baby. And you're gonna need 3 cups of sugar. Now I will be linking this recipe down below, so you guys make sure you check the description box if you want the recipe, okay? With that being said, let's go ahead and get everything set up, and we're gonna get into making this cake. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Let's go ahead and get down to business. Making this cake because it's going to be good, baby. Alright, love. So we're back and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to start slicing up our peaches. And you want to slice them. You don't want to, you just want to give them a rough chop so that, you know, you won't be getting like whole chunks. And you want to have enough to go through the whole batter. I should have put a towel down. Anytime you use a cutting board, please put a towel down. I did. And that's why it's sliding. This is very, very dangerous. So please don't do this at home. Alright. Guys, please be patient with me if I'm looking off to the side. I have to get used to looking at the camera again and not at the monitor. You know, it's a whole thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole thing, baby. So please be patient with me if I'm not giving you guys direct eye contact. I know that you guys want to see these lovely eyes, right? Alright. So right now we're just slicing our peaches. And like I said, make sure they're thawed out. And the peaches are going to be the last thing to go in to the cake. Alright. So now we got our peaches. I'm going to eat that one. And sometimes it's okay to use frozen peaches as long as you drain all the water off of them and they're not in sugar. They're perfectly okay to use. I love a good fresh peach, but you know, sometimes it just doesn't work that way. Alright, so now that we've got our peaches all cut up, I'm going to come back and get everything set up and we're going to start mixing this cake. Y'all are so cute. Do y'all think I'm cute? Okay, I'll be right back. So we are back and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with mixing our pound cake. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and take your butter, which is a lot of butter. I love a good buttery cake. And you're going to take your sugars and you're going to mix it all together. And I know y'all saying, dang, that's a lot of sugar, baby. That's how you get the pound cake to be pound cake. And you know how you get that extra little crispiness on the outside of the cake? That's because you got all that dang on butter in there, baby. And that's just one of the things you're going to have to do. So let's go ahead and mix it up. And you want to make sure your butter is room temperature. Alright, now that we've got sugar and butter everywhere, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our egg in one at a time. Now, I got jumbo eggs, and sometimes when you get jumbo eggs, you will get two yolks in there. Don't worry about it, baby. Just keep on pushing. And I'm a righty, so I usually struggle with this, but you need to just put one egg in at a time. Jumbo eggs when I'm making my cakes. I just feel like it makes the cakes turn out better. So I always get jumbo because it has more yolk and it got more fat, and that's just going to give you a creamier cake. Alright. Alright, now that we've got that all mixed in, and you guys can see what I'm doing right there on the side angle. Now, y'all, this is the first video back since I've been here on YouTube, so just, you know, bear with me if you're not getting a good view from the side angle, but I'm trying to give it to you. I'm trying to give it to you. From what I can see, it looks like you guys can see everything, and I'm just gonna, you know, link it like right here in the corner or on this side, one of them. I'll always have that second view of the camera linked at the top. So now we're just adding in the sour cream. And we're gonna go ahead and set that right there. Add that sour cream in, and we're gonna go mix, mix, mix. So one thing that most people don't know about pound cakes, which is what I really love about them, is the reason you don't need baking soda. Not baking soda. You don't need a lot of baking powder or a lot of baking soda, is because of the sugar is really like the leveling agent. So that's why you don't need a lot of help with it. So I put my salt and my baking soda in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just start adding in my flour a little bit at a time. Good child. Y'all, I done lost my spoon. This is my first day recording, so if things are looking a little wonky, it's probably because all hell is breaking loose. But we're going to get this cake done in this video. So now we're just adding in some more flour. Got stuff flying everywhere. But I still look cute on it. I'm just playing, y'all. Let me stop. going to go ahead and add in the rest of the flour. Put all the containers right there. And let me grab a little something to scrape it down. Child, honey child, it's wild around here. Alright, so we just grabbed the metal spoon right at the kitchen. And we're going to scrape it down a little bit, the size of it. And we're going to finish mixing. We're going to need this spoon anyway. Because, baby, we got to add the peaches and the vanilla into the cake. So let's go ahead and finish giving it a good mix. Oh, shit. I mean, shucks. Cakes like this, I use my stand mixer, but since the cord for my stand mixer wasn't long enough, I kind of had to do it with the hand mixer, so bear with me. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and scrape everything down. Y'all, I have to get used to, like, being on camera again. And I'm telling y'all, like, it's actually not going that bad. I'm kind of excited to be back here on YouTube. You know, it's just taking a lot to get back. But I feel like this was the perfect time to come back. Because I feel like my life is starting to level out, even though I'm having chaos in other places. I'm one of those people, like, I just want to be happy in whatever I do from now on. So when things are not making me pleased or they're not pleasing my soul, I automatically go into how can I make myself happy? How can I fix this? What can I do? You know, what can I do to get myself back in a great spot? That's the first thing that comes to mind. Like, I'm not into being unhappy with this, with friendships, relationships, my jobs, life situations. Like, I will make the great escape because it's just like we all deserve to be happy. So I'm in a space in my life where I'm very, very happy right now and just need to do a little bit of tweaking, which allows me to be able to get on camera and, like, share with you guys these wonderful recipes and, you know, just give you guys a little bit of me, you know, and I'm really excited about that. I'm super, super excited about that. Alright, so we've got our peaches and our vanilla all mixed in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get the table cleaned up. And we're going to come back and we're going to put the cake in the pan and get everything prepped. And we're going to get this cake into the oven. So give me a second and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so the camera cut off in the midst of recording, but I caught it. So as I was saying, I don't know where I left off, but the last thing I was saying, when I was shopping from my apartment, I knew I needed a table that would allow me, because of how small my kitchen was, to be able to shoot videos. So that was the reason I got the table. But I absolutely fell in love with the table because it's just the perfect height for me as far as, like, doing videos. And it has, like, a wine holder at the bottom. And it has all these little, what is it called? Drawers on the side that I can store stuff in. So this was really a perfect table for me. Even when I move, I'm going to keep this table. Alright, so we have our cake in here. Everything's in here. And I just like to give it a little bit of a, you know, a shimmy, y'all. I like to give it a little bit of a bounce. I'm not going to bounce it too much because I don't want to wake my neighbors. And plus I don't want to scratch, you know, the table. But make sure you take your cake and bounce it violently to get all the air bubbles out. I'm going to place this cake in the oven on 325 for anywhere from an hour to an hour and 30 minutes, give or take. Just depending on, like, how fast your oven cooks. But preheat your oven at 350 and then drop it down to 325. That way you'll know that your oven is at 325 when you get ready to pop the cake in. So let's go ahead and pop the cake in. And while this cake is baking, I'm going to set up for the next video because I'm going to give y'all 2 videos. Bing, bam. So if I got on the same outfit in 2 videos, don't judge me. Judge your mammy. Yeah. Anyway, I digress. We'll be right back when this cake is done baking. Alright guys, so we're back and we're going to go ahead and make the glaze for the pound cake. So I have a cup and a half of powdered sugar. I have a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then I have a half a teaspoon of butter extract to give it a little buttery of a taste. And then I have some heavy whipping cream. And I just basically use the heavy whipping cream to thin it out. You don't want to use too much. I might not have enough. I never really put the measurements for my liquid that I put into my pound cake batter, because sometimes, depending on, like, not your pound cake batter, my icing, because sometimes depending on how dense the flour is, that's how you'll know how much cream you need, heavy cream you need. Plus you have to take into account how much extract you're using. So I might need a little bit more. Let's see. I got it. I might need a little more. Oh God, I'm gonna need a little more. Let me get it all mixed in first, because I like my icing on my pound cake to be super thick. I mean, it's okay if it's thin, but I like it thick. You know what I'm saying? I like to taste it. The glaze, I like to see it. I don't really like it when it's all that thin, you know? I'm going to need a little bit more. Even pros make mistakes. Like they say, even players mess up, baby. But no, it's getting, that's kind of how thick I want it. I just need to loosen it up a little bit. So I might have been right on the money. I probably just need to, yeah, see? That's how thick I want it. We got a little bit of milk left. I bet that little bit right there will do it. That'll do it. Alright. Gotta stop doubting yourself. So, oh yeah. That's just thick. How I like it. So I like mine thick. Like that. Oh my goodness. It can use a little bit more, but once it sits, it's going to get thinner. And you just keep stirring it. And stirring it. And stirring it. And that is what you want it to look like. Yeah. You want it thick. I like my glaze super thick. So like with the cake, I'm going to leave the recipe down below. Now if you don't like yours this thin, you can add a little bit more in there. But yeah, that heavy cream was thick. I don't use regular heavy cream. I use almond heavy cream. So it's a little bit thicker than the regular heavy cream. But yeah, that's what I used. So I used about I say anywhere from 6 to 8 tablespoons of milk. Heavy cream, you can use heavy cream, you can use almond milk, regular milk, whole milk, or whatever type of flavoring you like. Some people, some cakes, I even use like the flavoring that I'm using in the cake. Like when I make my lemon pound cake, I use the lemon juice for my glaze, but I don't have no peach juice. So I just use the almond milk, the butter extract, and the vanilla. But yeah, this is what you want your frosting to look like. You want it to look really thick. Like thick. I might add like another tablespoon in there to thin it out a little bit, but it's like I said, between 6 and 8 tablespoons of heavy cream or milk. But yeah, I want my icing to be thick, baby. Thick like me. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and set this to the side. The cake is still in the oven baking. And as soon as it is done, I'll be back. We're going to pop it out the pan. We're going to let it cool down. And then we're going to go ahead and pop some of this glaze on top of it. Y'all know, I'm super excited to be back here. Like everything behind the scenes is kind of like good for a second. And then the next second is going wild. Like we had the camera cut off on me one time. I forgot to turn the side light back on, so the light is going to be a little different in one of the shots. But all in all, I am still here, and I am still doing this video. And I know that this peach pound cake is going to be a hit, baby. So I'm happy to be back. Whatever happens, happens, baby. We're going to roll through it, and we'll fix it in editing. So I'll see you guys back here in about another hour, which is like a split second for y'all. And our cake is finally out of the oven. And it smells absolutely delicious. So you know when you take your cake out of the oven, you need to let it sit for 5 to 7 minutes so that it will release and it won't tear up. So our cake has been sitting. I have it on this cutting board because I don't want to put the hot pan on the table. But we're going to go ahead. Let's move this over. And, ooh, child, it's hot. And we're going to flip it. Yes. Whew. This is the scariest part of making a pound cake. Oh my God. And some of the cake got tore off, but that's okay. Yes, this is the cake, y'all. As y'all can see, a little bit of it got left in there. I probably should have left it on for a little bit longer, but that is okay. It is so moist. Probably should have let it sit a little bit longer. But now we're going to let the cake cool for about 35 to 40 minutes. And then we're going to come back and we're going to put the glaze on there. This pan is piping hot. Let the cake sit a little bit longer. A lot of it, I think, too, is the peaches that were stuck to the pan. So, yeah, other than that, it's okay. The cake is beautiful. It's going to be out hot, hot, hot. It's going to be covered with the glaze, so it's not that big of a deal. But, oh, my God. It smells so good, y'all. It is so pretty. Even though I lost a little bit of the crust. But it is super, 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 super duper moist. Oh my goodness. That cake is going to be fire. So don't be like me and be in such a rush to get the cake out. But yes, this is going to be, oh, so delicious. I can just tell that this cake is going to be fantastic because it's so moist, like already, like, oh my God, OMG. It's the sour cream, it's the sweetness from the peaches, it's all the butter, it's all the eggs, it's all the sugar. Oh, this shit is going to slap from left to right. Yeah, you might fight your mama over this if she take your cake, if she take your last slice. But yeah, we're going to let it cool for a good amount of time, and then we're going to come back and put the icing on it. And then y'all know we got to taste it. We got to taste it to see what it's doing, what it's hitting for. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, I'm so excited to be here with y'all. Like, it's going to be some clips missing. But overall, I had a really good time shooting this video for y'all. I've been doing TikToks and just kind of like sitting around waiting for the cake to get done. But overall, 10 out of 10, I'm super excited to be back here with you guys. I'm so excited for the cake to be finished. Like, oh my God, I can't wait to taste this cake, y'all. I wish I had some vanilla ice cream to eat with it. But I don't eat dairy, so I have to get the dairy free. But it's all good, it's all good. Okay, I'm rambling now. I'll see you guys back here in a second. Alright, loves, so we are back and we are done with this cake. It is absolutely beautiful and it smells delicious. So now we're going to take it and put it on our cake plate. I'm so excited. And we're going to start putting the glaze on it. That's why I like my glaze thick. Like, I love to see it. It smells so good, y'all. Oh my God. And I basically just love to like freestyle it. Nothing but bunts ain't got nothing on me, baby. Nothing but bunts can't even stand up against me, baby. Let me stop. Oh my God, y'all, this cake is gonna be so, oh my God, so fire. Look at that glaze. Let me tell you, baby. This is it. This is it. This is the business, baby. This is what we are talking about, honey. Oh my goodness. I love to see the glaze on the cake. I don't like that old see-through glaze. I want it thick and rich, just like the cake. And it also helps to hold in the moisture of the cake too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, this is a cake. This cake is so good. I know my cake good, and I will send it to Keith Lee. Because I know he going to say, for sure you right. Y'all, I love Keith Lee. When I do open my bakery, I'm going to invite Keith Lee. Because when he hit that, for show you right, you know you got a good product, baby. Alright. So now we put the glaze on the cake. Oh, look at that. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she lovely? Yes, she is lovely. I'm very lovely. And so is my so is my cake. Bleep that out. But look at her. She ain't stable though. She's very unstable. But oh yeah, look at that. Isn't she pretty? So I'm going to get the sides cleaned up on here. And we're going to take a couple pictures. And then we're going to go ahead and, you know, wrap this up. But this is fantastic. Like, oh my God, I can't believe this is my cake. Oh, snaps, snaps. Oh my goodness, I'm so like, oh, she's so beautiful. Just like her mommy. I'm so extra, y'all. Forgive me, I keep looking in the monitor because I'm trying to make sure, like, you know, everything is going good. But yeah, I'm super excited to be back. So let me get everything all cleaned up and we're going to take a couple pictures and, you know, then we're going to come back and taste it. Hey loves, so we are back and we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up. I have tasted the cake and it is fantastic. As you guys can see, I've already cut my piece and basically finished it. I really like this cake. If you can do fresh peaches, I think that's really what pushes the taste over the top. But you know, I ain't had no fresh peaches because it's that time of year, so I had to use the frozen ones. But overall, the flavor of the cake is very subtle, it's very light, it's very fresh, it's very moist, and I really enjoy this cake. Only thing I would change is I would add, instead of 2 teaspoons of vanilla, I'd add 2.5. That's the only thing I would change. Other than that, the cake is fantastic. I love you guys. Thank you guys for, you know, hanging out with me here on Bama Girl Cafe. I know that I've been gone, but now I'm back. And we're going to have fun, and we're going to do these videos, and I'm going to schedule my life around getting my videos done and getting content out to you guys. I love you all. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to treat people the way you want to be treated, and that food is love. I love you guys. Thank you guys for all the support. I went through hell trying to get this video up. Recorded, the camera cut off, my ring light crooked. But baby, by the grace of God and ancestors, we made it through the night. I was struggling so bad trying to get this video recorded and trying to get back on camera because, you know, that's really been my struggle. And I just knew if I could get over the first hump of recording, that everything else would just be easy. And I am there. It is done. And I look forward to coming here and sharing more recipes with you on the channel. And I hope that you guys will continue to come back and share the videos and help me grow my channel. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up and share it on your social medias. I love you guys, and I will see you back here next week. Mwah! I'm gonna finish eating my cake, y'all. It's like 7:30 in the morning. I gotta go to sleep because I gotta go to work tonight.